JJ, Phillies fans' worst nightmare would be Kyle Schwarber leaving. And not only that, but leaving to go to the Mets potentially. You think the Mets should be in on Kyle Schwarber?
I love Kyle Schwarber. He's an amazing talent. He's an amazing player. I don't love the fit for the Mets, considering, hey, this is a team that in the offseason, David Stearns, the minute the Mets got eliminated, he's talking run prevention, run prevention, run prevention. Unless I missed the memo, Kyle Schwarber does not have a position. He is a full-fledged DH. The only way you can sell me on the idea of bringing in Schwarber and having it make sense from a Met perspective is if Pete Alonso is going to say sayonara and he's going to be wearing a different uniform. But if you're going to have Juan Soto here, who is either going to be a DH, maybe it's a couple more years in the outfield. Hannah, I know you suggested the idea of first base. That's all well and good. He is not exactly what you would call an exquisite defensive player. If Pete Alonso is coming back, we all know Pete Alonso is not a great defensive first baseman. I can't have another guy who is basically a full-fledged DH. So in on Schwarber if Alonso's gone, but if Alonso's coming back, to me, this is a no.
You know, when I think about it, like, how can you say, I'm not sure about 56 home runs? But that's essentially what you're saying with Kyle Schwarber, because exactly to your point, he doesn't have a position. Do you bring Alonso back? If you don't bring Alonso back, that money goes to Kyle Schwarber. So now you're committed, 4 or 5 years, $150 million to this player who is also going to be aging, who, yes, can hit bombs, but also had a lower WAR than Pete Alonso. And frankly, you know, if you clog up that DH role for the next couple of years, you could be in trouble with Juan Soto. Or if you bring back Pete Alonso, I think eventually you're going to want to transition Alonso to that DH role just because he is a defensive liability at first base. So right now, if I'm David Stearns, I'm looking more at pitching. I'm looking more at re-signing Pete Alonso. And I'm looking at, you know, making sure that Edwin Diaz is back next year.
Hannah, what about the Phillies window? You think the window's potentially closing here?
I think the rumors of the Phillies window closing have been slightly overstated. So yes, they're going to have to make some changes. But first of all, you're dealing with an owner who wants to win. You're dealing with a general manager or president of baseball operations in Dave Dombrowski, who expects to win, who likes to spend an owner's money, and an owner who is willing to spend money. But beyond that, this Phillies team has won more games in the regular season year over year, 7 years in a row, if we're looking at full seasons. That's incredible. That's unprecedented in the National League. Do I think that will continue? Not necessarily, but what that run has shown us is that sometimes more wins in the regular season doesn't necessarily translate to October success. So I don't know if the 2026 Phillies can win more than 96 games in the regular season, but they're still going to have Bryce Harper. They're still going to have Trey Turner. They're still going to have a really good rotation with Christopher Sanchez, Jesus Luzardo. They'll get Wheeler back at some point. I think they do bring back Kyle Schwarber. So as long as they can get into the postseason, you never know what's going to happen in October. So and they have Andrew Painter coming, who's a fantastic pitching prospect. At some point, this window will close. They had the second oldest batter age, second only to the Dodgers, though. So you really do. I don't know that they can continue to sort of go up and up in terms of regular season wins, but you don't have to. You just have to get hot at the right time, and I still think that they'll have enough talent to do that.
I'm kind of like yes and no on this. I do feel like maybe the window is not completely closed. I do feel like next year is going to be a pivotal year. They have $168 million already committed to 7 veteran players. So you're already going to bring this back. And then you look at guys like a Castellanos, you look at guys like bringing Kyle Schwarber back. You're going to have that top core that has let you down again and again, which again goes back to that term baffling, because how, when you have that much talent, could you possibly be let down in this situation? That being said, yeah, all these guys are getting older. No one's getting younger, and because there's so much money committed, there's not a lot of flexibility. Yes, they're going to spend, but everybody has their maximum, even the Mets do. So, yeah, 2026, but after that, you're in trouble.